everybody, I'm Bianca. Welcome back to Unadulterated You. This is my partner.
Teddy, what's going on, everybody?
Yep, and we are back with another video. I wanted to talk about, the differences between entrepreneurship and actually working a 9 to 5, so to speak. Because actually, I'm an entrepreneur, and usually I don't work for anybody outside of my clients, acquiring clients and doing the work that they require. But recently, I was thinking about getting back into the working field. I've had some interviews and even an offer, a couple of offers actually. But I'm kind of apprehensive because I won't get to pretty much delegate my time like I do now. And it seems like I'll be settling for less pay, but steady pay. And when I say less pay, I'm meaning like I know for a fact I can make a pretty good amount of money in an hour with the right client. But is our clients always steady? Not necessarily. So I know with the job, that's steady. You working these hours or that they're guaranteed hours that you're gonna work and also comes with benefits. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think about the differences?
I mean, it's kind of difficult. I guess it goes more on like a case-to-case situation. Um, Definitely, in my opinion, I think being an entrepreneur is more work.
More work?
Just me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I don't go by social media and what they paint the picture in movies and stuff. They always make it seem like the boss, he's just some fat guy with the cigar in his mouth, just chilling. But there were a lot of bosses that's like that, but it took years to get there. Like most bosses grinded and like really, really put the time in to get to that point where they can sit back and do that. So I think entrepreneurs work more, just my opinion.
So when you say that, like most bosses, put in the time, they got their foundation established, and it took maybe say if it took 2, 3, 4, 5 years. But imagine working a job for 2, 3, 4, 5 years and still being in that same position, pretty much where you started. Would it be worth the commitment of the 2, 3, 4, 5 years to put in, lay down that foundation and let the money begin to pretty much make itself? Or do you feel like it's just best to stay, when you're saying working more, if you put in 5 years and you have a foundation and everything's running smoothly, or what do they call it? A smooth, a well-oiled machine.
Hmm.
What do you think is, which one is more worth it?
Well, again, like I said, it depends on a case to case basis because there's some people they could never be an owner. They love the stability of knowing, even though the check might not be that big, but they like the security of knowing I'm going to get a check.
Yeah.
Like a lot of owners I know, they get huge checks. Their checks are huge, but there might be a week they get a check and there'll be a week they get nothing. There'll be a week you're in the red. It's jumps around.
Wow. So yeah, when you put it that way, like I said, the consistency is really good because you can with a job because for sure you're gonna get this set amount of hours, you're gonna work and you're gonna get paid. And
Right.
for sure you're gonna work likely from 9 to 5. You're not gonna have to work till 2 in the morning getting some clients work done or driving or whatever, trying to make your business successful.
Right. Like for me, if I can use myself as an example, I've been driving trucks for a while now. I've drove many different vehicles. I said videos, but but a lot of people have asked me, like, you've been driving for a long time. Why don't you just go get your own?
Mm.
And trust me, it's on the back of my mind. I think about it, and it might be a possibility in the future. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There's days I'm glad to switch that truck off, take the key out, and just go home. When
Mm.
you're an owner, you don't have that privilege. Anything goes wrong, you have to fix it. If my truck breaks down right now, I call breakdown or whatever service my company got, fix the truck and call me when it's done and I'm gone. If you're an owner, nah, you're hands on. You have to go out and find out what's going on with the truck. Or even some owners, they have to get on hands on and fix the problem themselves so
Wow.
they can save a couple dollars.
Yeah, that's a lot. So there are definitely benefits on both sides, and I just wish it could be like a mending of the best of both worlds. Like I honestly wouldn't mind working a job in addition to my business. I
Right.
wouldn't mind doing that. It just has to be the right setting, and it has to be that this is not taking up too much of my time. You know how I am, like my time. I like to have my freedom.
Right. Right.
So it's just like, hmm, it's something to think about for sure.
I mean, at the end of the day, it all boils down to money because, like, if I'm gonna use trucking as an example, because that's what I do right now, I wish they paid us more money. A lot of people think the truck drivers make so much money and we're balling. That's not the truth. We're definitely not paid our worth for
Mhm.
what we do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
If most truck drivers were paid what we were worth, I guarantee you there would be more company drivers than owners. So a lot of guys go to the owner side to get more money because we're not paid what we're worth as a company driver.
Yeah. So that's why I said it's like really some of the balance, like you said, it boils down to the money
Mhm.
and the time. Those two things. First of all, your time is valuable. So you can't get that back. You lose some money, you can get some money back, but you cannot
Right.
get that time back. So it's really important, like I guess when making those types of decisions, to be able to delegate your time and see what's best for that. Excuse me. And that's all.
Right.
That's
It's a
it.
case to case basis because I know some happy owners and I know some happy workers. They work with their company, they get their set pay, they budget their money, and they're able to do what they need to do. They got their benefits, like you said, their 401k, and they're perfectly fine. They don't need to own a company. But,
Yeah.
unfortunately, like I said earlier, social media, the rap game, all that, they'll talk about being a boss when half of them rappers ain't bosses, they slave to their label. But that's what they say. That's it's
It's just
whatever.
like anybody else working a job. So you understand, you have to do or meet the requirements of your employer.
At the end of the day, it's a facade. It's not true.
Yeah, all of this stuff. Even being an entrepreneur, you're still working for somebody. You're having
Right.
to go out of the way to make sure that this person is satisfied. Different people, several people. So it's no different in that. And so one thing that is important to recognize is that you're going to have to bend regardless. You're going to have to be compromising regardless. If you think you're going to make it out here, you're going to have to be able to work with people and get along with people and be professional. All that stuff is required if you feel like you're going to, you want to go to the next level, especially financially. So,
And to add, you made a very good point. To add on what you just said, I think that's more important if you're an owner because if you work for somebody and you don't give good customer service, you can always leave that customer, but that company always has to deal with the effect that you left doing what you did. But if it's your company and you don't treat the customer right, this affects your clientele and your profit base. So
mhm.
it's tough.
Yeah, it's really tough. So it's like, to me, it's important to just factor in all these things. And I think if you're going to work for a company as well, you shouldn't be like, oh, this is not my company, so I'm not going to represent them in the best light. No, if in everything that you do, you should give your best. That's
Correct.
clear. It's not okay to, misrepresent the company that you're working for because you don't like working for them. Like, well, you need to
Right.
leave then.
And to add what you just said, I feel like God ain't no respecter of person. I think you plant seeds and you get the harvest of the seeds you plant. So if you
Mhm.
work for people and you treated their job or their workplace like crap, I mean, I feel like you're gonna reap what you sow when you get yours. So you gotta treat people and their stuff with respect as well. If because you treat pretty much you treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
If this is your company, would you
You're
want
gonna reap
your
what you
employee
sow.
right?
But that's really awful to me. And that goes into another topic, but I just think it's wrong. I know I haven't been in that field forever, but it is so wrong to like take a job or do something, be in a position and not be willing to do what you committed to do. Like literally, if you feel like you ain't getting paid enough or whatever it is that you feel like you're not being compensated enough for you to perform on the best level, then just get another job or leave that job and let them folks be. Don't even be out here making it worse.
It's crazy. You'd be surprised how many people just don't care, man. They just don't. And then they get upset when people do them dirty.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. It don't.
No, it's really sad. So yeah, y'all let us know what you think. Would you rather be an entrepreneur or you like working your 9 to 5? Just having that security and having those benefits that come with that. Let us know in the comments. And if you like, please follow us on Instagram and Facebook and send us an email at unadulteratedU@gmail.com. If you have any questions, concerns, inquiries, whatever, we'll be there waiting on your email. Till next time.
Y'all be blessed, people.